Oh, the Kremlin has confirmed that it will be signing a deal to reopen Ukrainian Black Sea ports for grain exports. The move will help free millions of tons of grain stuck in silos since the start of the war. Russia and Ukraine are both major global wheat suppliers, but Moscow's invasion of its neighbour has sent food prices soaring and stoked an international food crisis. The onset of the war left dozens of ships stranded, along with some 20 million tons of grain. The Kremlin says its defense minister Sergei Shoigu will sign the Turkish and UN-brokered accord in a little over an hour. Kiev will also be sending its defense minister to Istanbul, but says it will only sign an agreement with Turkey and the United Nations, and that Moscow will be signing a separate mirror agreement. On the ground, Ukraine's general staff say Russian forces backed by heavy artillery fire are still seeking to make gains into the Donetsk province, but has not made any notable progress. And Sam Mendik joins us live from Lviv. Sam, what can you tell us about this Black Sea deal? And given that Ukraine has come out to say it will only sign with the UN and Turkey, is there confidence that both sides, after signing, will keep to this agreement?
Well, this deal is critical for so many reasons, including for so many farmers across Ukraine who have not been able to get their grains out. I spoke to a farmer today about the deal in the northern region of Chernihiv who has some 60,000 tons of corn sitting in a storage warehouse, and he says they're about to rot unless a deal is signed and unless he's able to get them out. The United Nations says that Ukraine is one of the largest exporters of wheat, sunflower oil, as well as corn, and that last year it exported 51 million tons of grains, but this year it's only been able to export a fraction of that because of the Black Sea ports, which is the main way that the grains get out, have been blocked by Russian warships as well as mined by Ukraine. Now, the details of the deal are still a bit unclear. What we do know is that it will involve a central coordination center being set up in Istanbul, and that officials from the United Nations, Ukraine, Turkey, and Russia will be involved, and that a mechanism will be set up to assure the safe passage of the boats out of Ukraine. However, analysts, diplomats, including Ukrainians, say they are concerned that Russia won't abide by the deal. One soldier I spoke to in Odessa, which is in the port on the Black Sea, said that he called the deal, in his words, a disgusting deal, and that he doesn't trust Russia, and that Russia was only going to use it to further attack the country.
Sam, let's return to what's happening on the ground in Ukraine. As of early July, Russian forces have taken the whole of Luhansk province in eastern Ukraine, but we're also hearing from the chief of Britain's MI6. He says Moscow is running out of steam. What's really happening?
Right. The British defense said today that it called in its words that Russia had a critical shortage of ground attack missiles and that it was actually using air defense missiles. Now, while these air defense missiles can't necessarily break through harder objects, the British military said that it was really concerned that these missiles, they don't have an excellent precision, and that they were going to end up targeting civilians and miss the targets that they were intended to hit. Civilians have already borne the brunt of this conflict. The president's office said today that at least 6 people have been killed and 18 injured within the last 24 hours. This includes in the northeastern city of Kharkiv, where 3 people were killed, as well as in the eastern city of Kramatorsk, where 3 people were also killed. And this comes days after Russia announced that it was going to move its military operations, expand them rather, from the east to other parts of the country.
Well, thanks for that update. Sam Mendik speaking to us there from Lviv.